everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for all the well wishes. They meant a lot to me. I'm doing okay. The day that he was put down was rough. But we are getting him cremated, so I will have his ashes here with me. I keep looking at a picture of him, sorry. Yeah, so it's been rough, but it is what it is. He was almost 17, and he was really sick. Yeah, so my mom ended up paying for him to get cremated because we just couldn't, and everybody knew how much he meant to me. So you get to see me as I am because I'm currently working and I get overheated. So I'm going to do my May TBR. As you know, I do my Romance Readers Reading Challenge, the Triple RC Challenge, and whatever else I feel like reading. And since I'm kind of a mood reader, kind of a TBR, I do the TBR for this, the Romance Reading Challenge, and then I just pick up as I choose. Also, there has been some good news. I don't know if I talked about this in the last update, but I found out I reversed my diabetes, so I'm no longer type 2. I am pre-diabetic. So if I could just get rid of this weight, I'm golden. So anyways, the first challenge is M is for May. Read a book that starts with M or a book whose author's first or last name starts with M. And I'm going with The Mad Bad Duke by Jennifer Ashley, and this is book 2 in the Nevengaria. I don't know if it's a trilogy, I think. But yeah, it's a historical romance. Challenge 2, Bird of the Month, Nightingale. The nightingale symbolizes love and longing. With its evening song, it is the bird of love, sheltering secret lovers, from prying eyes. Because it sings all night long, the nightingale was once thought to not sleep at all. Read a book with a character that prefers the nighttime, or is a singer, or a book with lovers who are either keeping the relationship secret, or where one is keeping a secret from the other, or a book with a dark cover. So I went with Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. I know a lot of people don't like this one. It's about dark fallen angels, I think. So, yeah. I'm trying to read my books. So, you know. Challenge 3, Featured Author Challenge. The Queen of Romance is Jennifer L. Armentrout, and the Princess of Romance is Kat Johnson. Read one book written by Jennifer L. Armentrout or Kat Johnson, or any author with either of their first or last names. And then it gives a couple of little bit of info on, I think it's Jennifer, yeah. You may also read a book set in West Virginia, or a book written by an author that writes under multiple names, or a book with a character suffering from a disease or injury, or a book by any author who has won a Rita Award, which is a romance award. I decided I didn't feel like reading Jennifer L. Armentrout this month, so I'm going with One Night with a Cowboy by Kat Johnson, and it is book 1. I don't know the series name. But there's a couple in the series. Cowboy doesn't say. So there's that one. Challenge 4, May 4, Star Wars Day. Star Wars Day is May the 4th because of a famous quote from the hugely popular science fiction series blockbuster, May the 4th be with you. While we are so glad that this day exists, its creation was a fluke. In 2005, a German news TV channel interview erroneously translated this famous Star Wars quote in German, May the Force be with you, was incorrectly interpreted as we are with you on May 4th. Read a book that is tagged as science fiction, or a book with a misunderstanding or miscommunication, or a book that is part of a trilogy. And this one, I'm going with Man of My Dreams by Joanna Lindsay. Science fiction. I think it has to do with the miscommunication. I think that's the one I chose. I'm pretty sure that's why I chose this one. Challenge 5, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. On May 5th, 1862, the Mexican army defeated the French army at the Battle of Puebla. This single military battle signified defeat of a European colonial power and a victory for the Mexican people. This single battle was the root of Cinco de Mayo. What Cinco de Mayo has come to be, though, is much more than one battle in the colonial history of Mexico. Rather, it has come to signify Hispanic and Mexican pride and a time to celebrate the rich culture. Read a book with a Hispanic character, or with a wartime setting, or with any holiday or celebration included in the storyline, or a book where the underdog wins in a contest or battle. So this is a wartime book, and it's Summer of My German Soldier by Bet Green. It's a duology, and the library has an ebook of the second one, but this was given to me by my sister-in-law a long time ago, and it's young adult as well. So challenge 6 is May 8th, National Outdoor Intercourse Day. It's a day to get out in this great outdoors and do the nasty. Why is such a beautiful and pleasurable activity referred to as the nasty? This special day seems most popular in the Pacific Northwest, where it originated on the college campus of Washington State University. As a lifelong resident of Washington State and knowing a lot of people who attended WSU, this doesn't surprise me a bit. Little side note. It doesn't take much encouragement to prompt most people, and especially college students, to participate in this day. Around 2015, Washington State University banned blankets from the grounds of the campus for fear that they would be used for reasons other than picnicking. Bad decision. Tell that to a bunch of young college students, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to guess how they would react. Little side note. While we were on our honeymoon in Vancouver, we went to Stanley Park one day, and we came around a bend. You'd have to be there. And there was this big open space, and there was a couple doing it right out in the open. We just sort of turned around and walked around. But yeah, that was an interesting thing to come up on, because it was a clearing. And they just were having fun. So it's read a steamy romance, or a book where the main characters spend a lot of time outdoors, or a book with an outdoor scene on the cover, and this one is definitely steamy romance, and it's Entwined with You, a Crossfire novel by Sylvia Day, and I think it's book 3 in the Crossfire. And these are steamy, very steamy. Challenge 7, Frog Jumping Day. Okay. The roots of Frog Jumping Day go back to Mark Twain's first short story. It was first published in 1865 as Jim Smiley and His Jumping Frog. Later he published it as The Celebrated Jumping Frog of Calaveras County. It is also known under a third title, The Notorious Jumping Frog of Calaveras County. Read a book with an animal on the cover or in the storyline, Shifters Count, or read a short book under 150 pages, and I chose Bless Her Dead Little Heart, the first book in the series, and it's by Miranda James, and I don't know, it's kind of covered up what the title of the series is called. Southern Ladies Mysteries. And it's got a cat and a dog on the front. So, Challenge 8, National Bike Week, third week in May. Read a sports romance or a book with an athletic character, or read a book with some form of transportation on the cover. And I chose Susan Elizabeth Phillips, It Had to Be You. It's going to be a library book, an ebook from the library, and is it football? It might be football related. So let's see. There we go. So then Challenge 9 is May 27th, Memorial Day. Memorial Day is officially celebrated on the last Monday during the month of May. Memorial Day is dedicated to servicemen and women who gave their lives for freedom and country. It is also a time to remember loved ones who have passed away. The roots of Memorial Day observance goes back to 1865 and the end of the Civil War. Memorial Day also marks the beginning of the gardening and summer seasons. Excuse me. Even though summer will not occur until a few weeks later. Read a book with a character that is current or former military, or a book set in the spring or summer. And I chose The Darkest Hour by Maya Banks, and I think he's a former Navy SEAL. So there's that one. And Number 10 is Reader's Choice. Read anything you want. So I chose Hooked on Murder, Crochet Mystery, and it's book 1. And it's by Betty Hechtman. And I've been reading her knitting cozy mysteries. So since I personally can crochet, I thought this would be cool too. I do know how to knit. I'm more of a crocheter. So currently reading though, I am reading Shopaholic Ties the Knot by Sophie Kinsella. It's book 3 in the Shopaholic series, and Becky is driving me nuts. I don't know why I put myself through these, but they are, I think I needed something lighthearted, and even though she drives me nuts, it is very lighthearted and funny in a weird, twisted way. But you know that she's a shopaholic, but she's very selfish, and she's very, well, she wants to have a baby, potentially, but so she can go shopping for it, not because she wants to be a mother. So it's kind of like that stuff. So she's driving me nuts. She's got 2 weddings being planned, one in the States and one in England, and for the same day. So that is my sort of TBR, sort of currently reading, and we shall see what I read for the rest of the month. It is our 20th anniversary on the 29th, and Mother's Day this month, so should be interesting. I do have a book haul of, so far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 books. We shall see. I have lots of library books. I know I've been promising it currently checked out, but with everything going on around here, it's just been crazy. So let me know what you guys are going to be reading this month, if you are reading anything good, if you're participating in the Triple RC. And again, thank you so much for the heartfelt prayers and thoughts. They did mean a lot. And I will talk to you later, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.